Morning, everyone. This is Shawn Buttner, and this is Start Your Day with a Coach, where we talk about how to get into your performance each day, set an intention, and get after it. So, this week we've been talking about purpose and meaning in your life, especially as we continue being locked down from the coronavirus. So, if you're joining me for the first time, or repeat, just say hi below, say where you're from, say what's going on. Hey Dave, how you doing? I see you're on. So this week, since we're all locked in, it's really important to be making or thinking about how you're making meaning right now and how you're engaging in your purpose. If you haven't figured out, not everyone has it figured out, I realize it, but what's really gonna keep you long term from going crazy, and stir crazy and all that kind of stuff, restless at home, it's going to be how am I engaging in something that's meaningful to me, whether that's family, whether that's work, whether that's, skilling up, learning something new, whether that's just re-engaging in hobbies. It could be a bunch of different things, but having that is a really good thing because, it said the best to me, as a high performance coach, I'm concerned about your productivity. And how do you constantly beat it over the long term without burning out? And that this without burning out part is super important now because if you feel like your productivity's dropped, just realize that you're doing the best you can in a world like global crisis. So that's why we've been talking about it this week. I'll do the Friday recap here in a few seconds, but I just want to say that I'm very grateful for the community here and for you guys for saying hi and supporting me and all that because I know that first thing in the morning, this is not my best time sometimes, and I sometimes ramble or the coffee's not working quite the way that I need it to. So thanks for bearing with me, but I really do enjoy doing these videos and it's fun. So that said, I have 4 things to kind of recap what we talked about this week on creating meaning in your life, finding purpose, and really engaging in that part of your life because, again, it's something to focus on that's not the news, and it's usually like where people find fulfillment. So the first thing that I wanted to bring up is that your actions and choices are what are going to determine right now determine how you shape your future. And the analogy I use for that is like when you're sitting with like a block of clay at a potter's wheel, you need consistent soft action, right? And you need to commit to a vision in order to realize a goal or whatever type of thing you got going on. So it's super important to have that consistent action in your day towards that thing that's really meaningful for you and to make choices that support that every day. So it's really easy with all the distractions going on right now, especially if being stuck at home. Netflix has a really loud call and you got to figure out what's happening in Ozarks. It's probably an older show now, but whatever show is you guys are binge watching, that can be your whole day, or YouTube videos, or all sorts of different distractions. Your kid being really cute. So, and that's fine to take those breaks and to engage in family and engage in the 90-Day Fiance, right? That's what people are watching. But, engage in distractions, but not let it steal from your future, right? So you want to be making sure that you're making the appropriate actions and choices now to build the future that you want. Which brings me to the second point, which is think of your future 1 to 3 years out. So as we're shaping what we want for our life today and making choices today, thinking about where do I want to be in a year to 3 years, and keeping that on the top of your mind, because sometimes that it will give you the motivation to stop the 90-Day Fiance marathon. You've already seen 5 episodes, so maybe it's time to, get back into your art. Maybe it's time to start thinking about that business that you wanted to build or whatever it is. So, but keeping engaged in what you want for your future is super important now because everything's slowed down and you actually have a chance to think without being bombarded by marketing messages from a ton of people. People are still trying to figure out what's going on, lots of uncertainty. So taking the time to slow down, to think about what you really want out for your life and out of your life and what kind of legacy you want to leave in the future is super helpful. The third thing we talked about this week is mindsets. And really the big one is to just help, right? So you teach, mentor, lead, figure out who in your community might need some help, either getting groceries. Is there an organization that needs volunteers to like local animal shelter needs somebody to walk dogs? However you can engage and help, that is where a lot of people, it's either service or love, they find meaning in life. So, engaging in that again, if you're not already doing it, or figuring out how you can do more of it if you have more time on your hands, can really make the difference on today is a terrible day where everything is, sucks, or I did something good for my community, for my family, for my friends, for my coworkers. So figure out how you can help. Third point. So again, we have your actions and choices matter today. Think of your future 1 to 3 years out. Help. Just go out and help people. Call like 30 people and say, "Hi, how can I help you?" And see what happens and see how that feels. Again, with that too, so many people are engaged in the rat race. The daily slog, that you forget that sometimes you have people and you can connect with people in a different way. So, okay. So the first three, the final point that I had this week that we talked about was the not purpose list. So if you need to sharpen what you're doing, or you ever feel like, I don't know why I'm doing this or how did I get here? You might want this helpful exercise where you think about all the things you do, from hobbies to the people you interact with to, life in general, the big question, what is my life? And you figure out, okay, what are my favorite parts, right? That's sometimes the tough part, but sometimes it's much easier to figure that out when you know what you don't like. So you're like, you know what? I am not a runner, so I'm going to stop running because I hate myself and I hate doing it, right? And I know that that's not the case for everyone, and that's not my case, but that was the example that came into my head. But maybe it's for me, in my career, I realized that, I love working on software and technology, but I like helping people a lot more. So, there's certain parts of that job that I really did not like, and there were certain parts of that job where I really loved. It was the mentoring, it was kind of, the working out the communications and solving people problems on projects and stuff. And so that's why I became a coach. It's the natural progression of that kind of skill set, that kind of interest that I wake up and I'm excited to wake up and help my clients and students. So, what's on your not purpose list? Think of things that you've tried, like hobbies. Like, I really did not get into knitting, so that's not part of my future. I should just turn down all the opportunities of all my friends asking me to knit, because I don't know about you guys, but that happens to me weekly. I get asked, will you join our knitting circle, knitting crew, knitting gang? I don't know. So thinking through that can be a really great revealing exercise. It's like a paleontologist. You're kind of like getting the dust away from the bones of what you really want to be doing. So I hope that served you guys. I really do enjoy these videos. Happy Friday. I hope you guys are all well. If you have any questions, pop them below. I want to let you know too, next Monday I'm starting the work from home challenge again. If you're on Instagram watching this, you can check my bio for the link to get signed up. But really, this is all about how can we help you focus, help you eliminate distractions, and keep you from burning out when you're at home. Because maybe you're experienced with working at home, but now your spouse or your kids are around all the time, and that's extra types of management you got to do. The kid knocking on the door, asking every 5 minutes, can I have a snack? It drives you nuts, but you have to take care of them, and you also want to keep moving your life forward, moving the meaningful things if you're able to work from home, or just managing stress if you're not. So I hope y'all take me up on checking that out. So we're doing starting to get excited. I did one, or we're going to do, excuse me, 1 week of videos at 10 o'clock in the morning Pacific time, starting Monday. We'll go for a whole week, and it's awesome. There's worksheets. It's a really awesome community. You can check that out at ShawnButtner.com/WFH challenge, all lowercase, and I'll put that up on the Facebook Live. So there's the link there. Again, on Instagram, it's in my bio, and it'll be on YouTube. This video will get posted. You can see it below there too. So, any case, guys, I hope you join me for the Work From Home Challenge. It's something I really love sharing, and I think it's something that I'm doing to help, like I was saying here, because I have some experience with that and can throw in some of the high performance stuff. And two, again, we're trying to do our best as we manage ourselves in this global pandemic. So this is something that keeps me active, and I think is great. So sign up there, guys, and I will talk to you next Monday. So that's when we'll do the Start Your Day with the Coach. This is Shawn signing off. Be well, take care of each other, and see you later.